Should marketers build brands by using unpaid social media marketing? The world of digital marketing is becoming increasingly crowded, which means that digital display advertising, search marketing, and even paid social are becoming less effective and less efficient as tools for many marketers when it comes to reaching their audiences. I'm not saying that paid digital doesn't work. It does. In fact, nothing beats paid digital for targeting audiences at the most refined levels. The massive advantage social media advertising has over other types of advertising is that the target audiences can be extremely well defined on those platforms. Consider how many data points Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and LinkedIn have for each user. Those data points, from their social communication, browsing, active searching, and actual ad click activity, combine to form profiles that most other sources will rarely achieve. In almost every case, my experience has been that social media advertising is one of our top 2 ad venues with respect to true bottom line ROI, and it's typically in the number 1 spot. However, the rise of digital advertising in general and the increase of social media advertising in particular has allowed even the smallest of businesses to enter the competitive fray of the advertising world with incredibly low investments and expenditures. It's also allowed for the development of a massive number of micro agencies that can take on clients who spend well under $1,000 or even under $100 a month on their digital marketing efforts. In fact, it's exactly this preponderance of players and activities that has crowded the field to the point that advertising bid costs often are increasing and true conversion rates often are decreasing. This situation argues for an increased focus on branding and community building and for reaching your audiences through targeted, unpaid social media marketing. Let me explain the importance of each of these: branding, community building, and unpaid social in a little bit more detail. Because product information is more readily available to buyers than ever before on our computers, on our mobile devices, in pushed ads, winning on price or convenience or quality is much more difficult than ever before unless you truly have a sustainable competitive advantage with respect to talent acquisition, proprietary products, or efficient and effective processes. And the truth is that most organizations actually do not have competitive advantages that are truly sustainable. So how do you win? Branding. By building strong brand perceptions and reputations in the minds of your target audiences, you build brand equity that can outshine and outlast actual product and service advantages. When people believe in your brand and in what your brand represents, they tend to transfer those representations to much of what you do with respect to products and services. Your brand, in essence, becomes the product that you sell, and your actual products and services end up being defined by your brand perceptions and brand reputation. This means that a focus on building brand reputation could be the most important aspect of your long-term marketing plans. And this is where community building comes into play. While there are many ways to build brand reputation, one of the best is for brands to become part of the social community and, if fortunate, end up having communities built around the brands and or around the stories the brands advocate. People, consumers, buyers invest a great deal of time and effort into their social communities. And with all that investment comes a dedication to those communities. If a brand is an integral part of that community, this dedication transfers to the brand as well. The best way to make this happen is for marketers to integrate themselves into the community and truly understand the desires and motivations and goals of both the vocal portion of the community as well as the mostly silent portion, particularly if these two groups differ and the silent portion is a larger subset. From there, it's a matter of providing content that not only supports the community, but also allows its members to grow in ways that connect them with the brand. To do this, marketers typically need to change their focus to providing value to communities so that members of those communities will become, in essence, unofficial brand advocates. And yes, I mean providing value with no immediate expectation of return. if you're not in it for the long game, you might as well open up your budget and pour your dollars into advertising. Unpaid social media marketing provides a great opportunity for all of this community building. In fact, the true power of social media is the connective community building tool that it is. With social media, you can listen and learn. You can provide messaging. You can have dialogues. You can truly communicate. And you can facilitate communication among the members of your brand community. But many marketers tend to ignore this true power of social media because developing and nurturing social interactivity requires hiring and retaining talented staff, which incurs a long-term cost. I am always disappointed when I see marketers willing to spend millions of dollars on social media advertising, but not spend a mere fraction of that on real people who could connect and build stronger brand relations via the building of brand communities. For businesses of all sizes, it's worth the cost of an employee, or maybe the use of one of those aforementioned micro agencies, to focus on building formal and informal communities that serve the brand's various target audiences. In the end, marketers need to take purposeful actions to build brand perceptions, brand reputations, and brand equity by developing and maintaining brand-related or brand-infused communities among their target audiences. Unpaid social media marketing is the perfect tool to achieve this goal. I'm Anthony Miyazaki, and this has been the Marketing Minute. Be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss any of the future Marketing Minute videos.